Las Vegas, this is NAB Show Live, produced by Broadcast Beat.
Hey, what's going on? Jaimi Alexander here with Broadcast Beat. We're at the NAB show, and we're here at the Maxon Cinema4D booth, and I'm here with Paul Babb. Paul, how are you this morning?
I'm good. How you doing, Jaimi?
I'm fantastic. I'm excited to be here at the NAB show.
It's the first day. It's always exciting the first day.
Always, absolutely. So I wanted to jump right in. Now, I've been doing some digging on you and wanted to have a little chat. So I found out that at 15, you kind of left the high school game and went traveling. How do you think that has impacted your creative thought process?
Wow, that's amazing. That's way out of left field. My father was a programmer and my mother was an artist. And I did. I decided to get out of school, get out of the house, and do a little traveling, mostly around South America. And was really very much a life experience choice.
Yeah.
And I think a life experience is good for any creative process, any process.
Yeah, absolutely. I have to agree. And in addition to that, I heard that you have some sales and marketing experience for some pretty big companies like Motorola, Capitol Records.
It's true. I did some marketing for Motorola, Apple, Capitol Records, a bunch of different companies. I started my career in the advertising industry.
Nice, beautiful. So now Cinema4D is it's a huge success. Now, how do you think your collective experiences has helped this become the success that it is?
That's a great question. I love artists. I love the artistic process. And what we create is a very complex digital art tool. So watching what artists do with our tool is so exciting, and facilitating artists with our tool is incredibly exciting. It's helped immensely. It's so much fun. For instance, here we've got an amazing lineup of artists using cinema for a variety of ways. Medical animation, broadcast graphics, fictional user interface, traditional just graphic art. And if you watch some of the ways they use the tool, and in a variety of ways. So many of them approach it in different ways, but ultimately they're creating some art of some form. If it's for corporations sometimes it's for personal use, and it's great stuff.
I love it. Okay, so let's talk Cinema4D. For people who may have no clue what that is, tell us about the actual program.
Sure. Cinema4D is a 3D animation package. It's for creating anything from motion graphics to, like I said, medical animation, visual effects for film and television, even visualization for scientific, engineering, architectural, people use it for fine art, poster art, anything. It's just a 3D artistic tool. We have made every effort to make Cinema4D work really well with the Adobe suite of tools, because every artist is still, is using Photoshop, After Effects. We even include a light version of Cinema4D with After Effects. So anybody who has the Creative Cloud and is using After Effects, you can actually open up Cinema4D from within After Effects, and there's quite a bit of functionality in there for them to play with, so they can dabble a little bit with 3D.
Love that. Now, is this something that anyone can use, or do you have to be super, educated in the animation world? Is it a self-taught thing? Is it something that they can use easily?
It depends on the person. 3D can be incredibly complex. So if you want to do visual effects, or create animated characters, that's extremely complex and can take a long time to learn. But just creating some motion graphics, a flying logo for broadcast, some digital art, you can dip your toes into 3D and learn quite a bit very quickly. There are so many resources available online. There are tons of free tutorials. We have a tutorial site called Cineversity, cineversity.com, and we have thousands of tutorials on there covering a range of subjects from flying logos for broadcast to virtual reality. We've got a whole series on doing VR content nowadays, which is the big buzz. But I often will say to somebody when they say, how long does it take to learn? I'll say, kind of like learning the piano. I could teach you chopsticks in about 5 minutes, which would be maybe a flying logo. But if you wanted to do articulated character animation or something very complex, or that would be more like playing a concerto at Carnegie Hall. So it might take you a few years to get those skills. And of course, it depends on the person's ability to understand the technology. Usually, the most successful people have both an artistic mind and some technological skill.
Love that. Okay, well, that makes perfect sense. Now, since we're here at the NAB show and there's so many people here, is there anyone here you're looking to collaborate with or maybe make a cool new deal with?
Well, we have a really great relationship with Adobe, and so it's always great to get together with the folks from Adobe in person and talk about the next steps in our collaboration. They will be announcing something today where they've added some functionality to bring After Effects content back into Cinema4D. So right now, Cinema4D and After Effects talk very well together, but we're constantly looking for ways to improve that functionality for artists. So again, to make them more creative, make that creative process a little smoother. And then all around, actually, at the shows, the best part for me is talking to the artists and finding out what they're doing with the tool and what we can do to make their lives easier, in the following year. Are there places where maybe tutorials that we could put up that will teach them new parts of cinema they want to learn, or are there little functionality we can create and give those away on Cineversity to make their lives a little easier?
I love that. Well, thank you so much for spending your valuable time with us here at Broadcast Beat. Just lastly, where can we find you online, and how can we get a hold of Cineversity if we want to learn anything?
Sure. Well, for Cinema4D, they just go to maxon.net. And for Cineversity, it's just cineversity.com.
Easy breezy. Well, thank you so much, and we'll look forward to seeing all that you have to offer here at the NAB show.
Thanks for talking to me.
Thank you.